wishing I'd be still happy. Good Friday evening, and welcome back into the latest edition of the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. We are live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer studios of Fanrun Radio, Fox Sports Knoxville. I am your host, as always, Tim Hill, a.k.a. Vols Tim 85. I've got some people around here joining me somewhere. Got an empty chair right now. Across from me is kind of empty. Kind of running a little light on the crew tonight. We've got Beaver and Spencer both on assignment down in Starkville, Mississippi for the Vols and Mississippi State game tomorrow. Bubba's running around here right now trying to get the ticker going. I'm over here trying to get the show started. We've got RB helping us answer the phones, pushing the buttons. Week 6 of the high school football slate is underway. 60% done with the regular season. That's that easy math since they only played 10 games. Going by pretty fast, I feel like. Some decent games going on tonight. Still the regular blowouts like we've been having all season. But there are some competitive games going on right now. Makes me wonder why we're starting this show at 9:30. Maybe we move it back to 10 o'clock next year because right now we've got Fair getting bearded out here in a dogfight. Halls and West out here in a dogfight. Still 8-9 minutes to go in the games. And then you look over at Hardin Valley. I haven't seen anything lately, but they were down 42-0 at halftime against Maryville. So, Bubba, can you hear me over there, or am I just talking to myself?
I got you loud and clear, too.
What's happened? I just assumed you would be over here with me tonight.
Well, then who would be back here doing the video and the production side of things?
Well, I thought we had a producer that's volunteering to help us tonight. I thought he would be pushing the buttons.
See, I didn't know that you were going to try to sucker in, another individual to do your dirty work over here, Tim.
No, I mean, I was willing to give the ticker up for the night. I mean, he could have, not to say that that's not a full-time position over here, but I thought he could get the video started for us and then send us to commercial and answer some phone calls at 865-966-3435 if you want to chime in on what's going on tonight. But I just assumed you'd want to be sitting over here in front of the camera, getting some shine, maybe take somebody's spot.
Then I'd still young, Tim. We could always finagle our way in between every chair.
I mean, I don't know if they're not still young or not. Hey, we might just go an hour tonight.
Calling it Goldilocks, right? Trying to find the right bed.
You're going to treat me like this and not have...
Whoa. I'm not treating you like anything yet, Tim. Treating like you're just another guy right now.
Just another guy. Me and Bubba had a Waffle House date last Friday night after the show.
And I lost my shirt.
Lost his shirt. Not because he couldn't pay the bill. It just had an all-time jersey swap outside the Lenore City Waffle House.
I mean, typically jersey swaps involve another jersey.
I feel like you swapped for food.
I mean, yeah, and I'm willing to make that trade. I'm okay with that.
And a good time.
The way the price works out, probably equivalent. The camaraderie and conversation, you can't put a price on that.
You can't. I was happy that you came along because we started out at the Level Road Waffle House, got pulled in, walking to the door, and there's 30 to 40 Farragut High School kids walking right in front of us, and just shatter our dreams of sitting immediately and getting served. So instead of waiting that out, we go down the road to Lenore City, see what they're talking about. First time I've had Waffle House in a while. It was good. I mean, y'all kind of shamed me with my order.
Oh, yeah, because you were asking for everything extra burnt.
I like it crispy.
I mean, your taste buds are your taste buds, my guy, but
I don't want a soggy waffle. I don't want rubbery, fatty bacon.
No soggy waffles, Tim.
Don't want to choke on that.
I mean, no foodborne illnesses for you either, I guess. But
I mean, you got to cook that stuff because you don't know how long those eggs have been sitting above the griddle there at the Waffle House. Especially if it's a slow day. Them things are sitting up there room temperature just cooking.
They're going to cook the eggs to order. The bacon, I can't say the same.
Have you paid attention to any high school football tonight, Bubba?
I've been watching a couple local games.
865-966-3435. If you are at a game, want to chime in, talk about it, been watching anything on the YouTube, NFHS, Diamond Clear, media, radio dials.
I still refuse to access one of those subscriptions for NFHS.
I like it. I don't know if I have an active one right now, but I've subscribed in the last few years and watched quite a few basketball games for sure. Football don't watch as many just because Diamond Clear has everything covered here in town.
Not everything, but
not everything.
They do a pretty good job. I think other schools now are finding ways to work around and produce their own broadcast and associate it with like a class of the school.
Yeah, I feel like that's a up and coming thing that's taking over. There's a lot more productions inside the school, have their own media teams, have their own classes where the kids are doing video and all that kind of stuff. So,
standard.
But week six is almost over. Got a lot of games that's still going on that has not came final yet. I will do Spencer's job since he's not here tonight and touch on some of the finals in the area. Last night, probably the game of the night, had Sevier County beating Greenville in overtimes. I think they just muted me for a second. They're back here laughing, playing games on me. But 30-27, Sevier County over Greenville last night.
I took a lot of notes on that game.
You took a lot of notes?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll have to go and get my phone if we want to recap it, but a lot of things.
Did you bring your notes on the Lane Kiffin documentary?
Yeah, I got those if you want to go over that.
I don't want to go over that, but I just saw where you had some notes. So, Lawrence City off to a bad start for the season. I guess you can't say off to a bad start. It's 6 weeks in. They're just not that good this year. Go down to Gibbs, 56-14. In tonight's action across the area, Alcoa blanked Fulton 63-0. CAK beat Webb 49-14. That one kind of sticks out to me. Webb really struggling this year. Dobbins Bennett up in Kingsport beat Westridge 45-14. Eagleton continues their little winning streak. I think they lost one game on the year to Oliver Springs. They beat Greenback 27-20. Hickson beats Sequoia 33-0. Bubba, we've talked about Sequoia because we've got a guy that calls in from down there. I don't think they've won a game now in 3 or 4 years, the way they talk.
As long as those boys are playing hard and giving it their all.
Are they playing hard? I don't know. To be determined. Loudon blanks East Ridge 17-0. Hardin Valley outscores Maryville in the second half. It was 42. So it's 42-0 at halftime. Finals 46-6. So that means Hardin Valley outscored them 6-4. There's 2 safeties, I suppose, in the second half for Maryville. One of the bigger games tonight, region game in Region 2 6A. Oak Ridge beats Bradley Central 10-7. Oak Ridge remains unbeaten. Maryville remains unbeaten. They're looking for that Week 10 matchup against each other to probably determine that region champion. South Dull in the landslide of the night beats Union County 76-0. Not sure when the last time South Doyle put 76 up on anybody was. Sunbright 40-0 over Unaka. Sunbright moved regions this year, so they would not be in the Region 2 1A. So that's a region game for them. Looks like moving regions is playing off in their favor to getting in the playoffs because they really hadn't had much luck last couple of years. So if you want to call in, 865-966-3435. We may have a caller right now. Caller, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's going on?
Not much. It's Moose.
Moose, how are you? We was kind of talking about Sequoia there for a second.
Yeah, that's what prompted me to call in. I can't complain.
I feel like we've got another guy down there too. Not just you. We've had somebody else from Sequoia call. I feel like.
I don't know. There's a guy from Meigs County. He calls in. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, that's Bruce. That's Brucey. But I thought I remember
Yeah.
you. I remember you calling last week, the week before. But I swear we had another one from Sequoia. I was actually drove by Sequoia High School about 5:45 this evening, out delivering some fall baseball jerseys. I don't know if they actually played at home or not because it looked pretty sparse.
No, they went down to Hickson down in Chattanooga.
Okay.
Tonight.
Remind us, what's the losing streak at?
Last time they won a game was 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
And they have won 2 games in the last 6 years. I do know that.
And they're just that region they're in doesn't do them any favors.
No, sir.
I don't think.
No, it don't.
I'm trying to.
It doesn't.
Trying to pull it up, but just looking at it last week, I feel like, are they in there with like Ray County maybe or Saudi Daisy?
No, they were with Saudi Daisy. They're not with Ray County. They're with Hickson, Loudon, a few others mixed in there.
You saying they're the
East
biggest?
Ridge.
They're one of the biggest 4A schools in the state.
The biggest 4A school in the state.
That's rough.
But yeah, they play a lot of Chattanooga schools, and like I said, they have Loudon on top of that. Yeah, it's hard to get anything going, with a town that small, but the school is large. So
yeah, that whole area just kind of, because you've got Madisonville right below it, Vonore right above it.
That's what happened. Madison and Vonore used to be separate high schools until 1995, and then they consolidated. That formed Sequoia High School. It's 2 towns put together into 1 school.
That's what I vaguely remembered of Vonore High School long time
Blue
ago.
Devils.
Now, I know Vonore still has their middle school program, so they both kept their middle schools, but they all just when they get to high school, they go to Sequoia.
Yeah, they both have middle school programs. Vonore's the Blue Devils. They kept their Blue Devil name. In Madisonville, they were the Golden Tornadoes, and then now they're the Eagles. Because I went there.
Is there a Sequoia middle school, or they just pull from both Madisonville and Vonore, and that's
Nope.
it?
Madison and Vonore are the 2 feeder schools. You got Sweetwater in the same county and Tellico Plains. Those are the 3 high schools in the county.
That's
Sweetwater actually played Meigs tonight, believe it or not.
I saw that.
I don't know how they did.
They were down early, I think. I'm not seeing the final, but I'm pretty sure Meigs was on pretty good. They're pretty quick. I'm sure Brucey will be calling in at some point and talking to us about that. Who does Sequoia have next week? I'm trying to find it.
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
I'm trying to find it. I'm having trouble. Here it is. I could not find their stuff. They got Loudon next week. Loudon, not that great this year either. Then McMahon Central, then Red Bank, then East Ridge.
Red Bank, East Ridge, yeah. Those are the Chattanooga schools.
So,
also, I was going to give you a prediction for tomorrow as well before I get off here.
Okay.
Got Tennessee 41.
The suspense is killing me.
My opinion.
Oh, there he is. Okay, you cut out, Moose. So you said Tennessee 41, then you cut out. What was the
41, Mississippi State 28.
That's close. I had 41-21. So you're giving me.
I got them going 28 because they can score some points. They run a very good offense. I got to give props to Levy and what he's done down there. But dreams have to come to an end sometimes. So,
Well, let's hope we're the dream killers.
All right. So, you all have a great night.
See you, Moose. Give us a call next week. 865-966-3435. Call in, talk some high school football. I guess I'll just be over here by myself all night. Bubba refuses to join me. He's going to let me just do all the jabbering as he sits back here and acts like he's putting scores in. As he giggles to himself.
This guy's unbelievable.
Who is Moose or you?
You.
I'm not doing anything, man. I'm over here trying to get some stuff going. as the scores slowly trickle in, we've got Wartburg Central beating Oakdale 22-16. That's not good for my Herman Blue Devils. They needed Oakdale to win to keep Wartburg to one region win. William Blunt 55, Carnes 30, probably the highest scoring game of the night between two teams. Bubba, your Carnes Beavers were in the game a little bit earlier, I feel like. And then second half, the floodgates opened.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Chatty over there.
No, the quarterback for William Blunt, apparently I guess the kid's from Alaska or Oregon or somewhere in that upper region of the United
close.
States.
I don't know, they're both close together.
Dombrowski, something like that. He's pretty good.
And there it is. He's pretty good. All right, we're going to get ready for hit our first break so we can get on kind of even for the top of the hour break too. Come back in, try to get some more callers, get a hold of some people that's out there that I know is at games to see if they're finishing up. We'll hit you on the other side, 865-966-3435.
If I could cry a little harder and get a little less sleep at night, if I had 2 dozen roses, would it change your mind?
Well-spoken and wise. Yeah, you. Are you moving cross-country and you just don't know who to call? Call us right now. Listen, you've probably seen one of our containers in your neighborhood, but did you know that we can help you move anywhere in the United States? It's real simple. We'll drop a container off at the location you tell us to bring it to. You pack up your valuable possessions at your leisure. They stay safe right in your home. And when you're ready, call us. We'll come and pick up the container and give you a scheduled date of when your furniture and the other possessions will be at your new home. So if you're moving across country or across town, be a pack rat. Join the Pack Rat family. Call Pack Rat right now for your free quote. See y'all later, Pack Rats.
Call 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. That's 800-965-1298.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you can donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-639-8620. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It'll be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car. And as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now. Call 1-800-639-8620. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-639-8620. That's 1-800-639-8620.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. They'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
The Voluntary Reaction. This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fanrun radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fanrun Radio.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real.
Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip.
I am your host, Tim Hill. Welcome to have Bubba over here on the good side of the screen now for the first time ever, maybe. You ever sat in the 2-chair, Bubba?
Like twice in my life. Doesn't happen often.
Well, don't get used to it if you can't start contributing a little bit more over here, brother.
I'll do the quality work of Spencer, all right?
I mean,
you be the judge on, how quality that work is and how plentiful and abundant.
Spencer's chatty. I mean, he lets me, he'll ramble for me while I'm looking something up. I need you to,
Can I go ahead and do that? Can I give you my notes from last night's Rivalry Thursday game between Greenville at Sevier County? Or is there a caller on the line?
I don't know. There is a caller on the line, so we're going to take the caller first because you always come second around here. Caleb, can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up, fellas?
Oh, not much. Just here living life in the studio, talking to my compadre Bubba over here.
They keep me locked up in the cage from time to time, sir.
Yeah, we've let him loose tonight. He's on the screen with me tonight, so he's not knowing how to act.
Night for the tickets.
Yeah. So I believe you went to the Valley tonight and watched Maryville and Hardin Valley.
Yeah, you could call it that.
So
Watched.
I was kind of paying attention the first half. It was 42-0 at halftime, right?
Yeah, it was 42-0 at halftime, and Hardin Valley had 4 yards of offense.
Shoo. So
net offense. They had more, but they moved backwards more than they went forwards.
Okay, just one little quick thing I noticed on the final score. So Maryville had 2 safeties in the second half. Because the final the final I'm saying is 46-6. Is that accurate?
They didn't have any safeties.
Okay, well I don't know how they got 4 points in.
45-6.
Okay, well we need to call the.
They had a Hudson Jamerson 48-yard field goal.
Okay, well we need to file a complaint with the TSSAA because they've got inaccurate scores on their website, which for all the money they get from everybody shouldn't be a problem.
They got bigger problems than the scores on the website.
You ain't lying, brother. I mean, I feel like not to dog Hardin Valley because we love Hardin Valley around here, but kind of had a feeling this one could get out of hand quick, and apparently it did.
Yeah, I think Hardin Valley has improved from last year. It was a 49-7 score last year, so a little bit closer this year. But Hardin Valley can't really run the football.
I've noticed that in a few games we've watched.
Yeah, so Hardin Valley ran the ball once in the first quarter, and they entered halftime with still only 1 rush. So they couldn't run the football, and Maryville's the type of team that can just change personnel based on what you're doing. So there was a poor defensive tackle who stood next to me on the sideline the whole game because Hardin Valley wasn't running the ball, so he wasn't needed. And Maryville just gashed the guards on Hardin Valley's line, which, they're a much better football team. I think Hardin Valley's in year 2 under the new head coach.
They are.
Tyler Wynn. So they've improved. They've gotten a good bit of 3 wins this year. I think they're 3-3 now. So I can see that program, becoming a lot more competitive here in the next couple of years. But their poor quarterback tonight, Riley Matz, was under fire. He couldn't really do anything.
I mean, they've got an outside chance. They've got an outside chance to make the playoffs this year. I mean, they can get that 4 seed in that region behind Maryville, Bradley Central, and Oak Ridge because they've got that region win over Bearden. I mean, they just need to beat Farragut and Cleveland, who going into that, both of them have not won a game. So it's possible. The playoffs are still a possibility.
That's a good point because, we don't know what Farragut. I mean, Farragut beat Bearden tonight. I think it was. They jumped out like a 17-0 lead, and it was close. I didn't see the final.
I haven't seen the final since we've been in here, so I'm not sure what's happened.
We got a Coach T saying that the final is 25-21.
Farragut?
Yep.
Farragut. Yeah, so I mean, Hardin Valley could easily slide into that 4 slot. And now I don't think if they got in the playoffs, depending on who they matched up with, it might not end pretty.
No.
But to your point, I mean, when's the last time Hardin Valley was in the playoffs? They didn't have a region win since 2020.
Exactly.
And so that's saying something just to be in that conversation.
Yeah, exactly. So if they could wiggle their way into the 4 seed into the playoffs, that's going to be a huge momentum booster going into the next year and the year after over there, just because of how down they have been.
More important for them, too, in this 6A division, hopefully it'll help them get more kids out to play football. Because, like, Maryville's leading rusher is a baseball player. One of their best receivers, not named Torrey Beaufort, is a basketball player first. But they want to play for Maryville. And I think with how Hardin Valley's been recently, if they can continue putting energy into that program and, sneak into the playoffs, then all of a sudden you'll have kids wanting to play football. And I think that's half the battle for a school like Hardin Valley.
Absolutely. I feel pretty confident in saying that I think their middle school has more players than the high school does right now going into the year. It may be different now, but I know going back in August, I'm pretty sure that the middle school with only 3 grades had more players on the sidelines.
It's crazy to think about.
And like I said, like winning cures all that. Win a few games, you'll get some people excited. You'll get some more people in the stands. You'll get a kid moved from somewhere in the county or wherever to maybe play for Hardin Valley. I mean, he wants to play an up-tempo style, which is fun to watch. So it may attract the right kind of kid.
Yeah, and Coach Wynn over there, I think, he came from Georgia football. He knows what good programs have to do. So especially when you look at the way the state of this region right now too, like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. It feels like for Bearden currently. Farragut, you're not sure what's going to end up over there. I know nothing about Cleveland, but I know they have a first-year head coach, and they're struggling right now. So Hardin Valley, in year 2 now, but even entering year 3 next year, will have a chance to, be the best of the rest, I guess, in that region, because I don't think Oak Ridge or Maryville are falling off anytime soon. So it'll always be a battle for that 3rd or 4th spot. And, I'm with you. I think Hardin Valley is a school that should be good at football, and I think they're on the come-up. I just don't think, they ran into one of the best 6A teams in the state tonight. So I don't think you can really fault them as much as you can just look at Maryville's stat sheet and say, well, Alcoa is the only team that's been able to stop them, and they're ranked number 1 in 4A. So everybody else has suffered the same fate.
That's right. Have you paid attention to anything else? I know William Blunt being over in your area put it on Carnes tonight. Alcoa, of course,
William Blunt
rolled.
Yeah, William Blunt beating Carnes, that was good. They lost to Carnes last year. So for their sake, in that 5A region, they needed that win. And I think it ended up being 50-something to 30-something, too, which that'll make Robert Reeves, not sleep tonight, knowing that score was that game was that high scoring. But one that circled for me tonight in Blount County, Heritage stormed and choked against Carter tonight at home.
Lost by 3 is what I'm seeing, if we can believe the
ended up losing 28-25. Apparently from Josh Lane, who y'all probably call, I'm sure he won't be in a Waffle House or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. But
no, there's 0% of that happening. He don't know how to live.
According to Mr. Lane, Heritage took back-to-back sacks on his last drive with a chance to go ahead. Apparently there was a fumble somewhere mixed in there that Carter ended up coming out on the good side of. So that's an interesting one because I think Carter and Heritage in that 4A region are both fighting for 4th, probably 3rd or 4th. And that's a big game because that region could easily come down to head-to-head. Brody Sparks on 4th and 7 with 2 minutes left dropped a dime for the go-ahead score and made it 28-25.
All right, okay, we appreciate it, brother. Hopefully we can make this a weekly thing. You call in. Tell us where we can find you at real quick.
Oh, yeah. I'm on Twitter at CalebJairo16, and all of my stuff's at the Daily Times, cover University of Tennessee and Prep. So I'll be hitting the road bright and early tomorrow to head to Starkville. But we've got a busy week next week because it's Battle of the Bell week. So Heritage William Blunt on Rivalry Thursday. We'll have a ton of stories about that.
Take some good notes. Give us a call next Friday. We'll talk to you then. And we'll head to break.
Awesome. Sounds good,
see you, man. Head to break. See you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Costa at Knoxville Smiles. Here at Knoxville Smiles, we're all about making it easier for you to see the dentist. That's why we're now open until 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If going to the dentist in the morning or during normal business hours doesn't fit your busy schedule, come see us a little later. Call 865-539-1776 to schedule your appointment, or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career. Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth Only Drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Welcome back into the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show, live here in beautiful West Knoxville at the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Beautiful. I am your host, Tim Hill. To my right and your left, Bubba, making his own screen appearance for the high school show. We've usually got him back there digging a hole in the back, doing the grunt work, but tonight he's stepping up since our other two have abandoned us. Went on the road to Starkville, Mississippi, and we've got one of them on the phone right now, I believe. Spencer, are you there?
Yes, we are here. How we doing, boys?
Oh, we're great. How are you, brother?
Doing good. We're staying here in Tuscaloosa for the night. Couldn't get a place in Starkville.
And that's the place you chose?
Yeah, I mean, it's an hour and a half out. You got to ask my dad about that. I mean,
you didn't find a Walmart parking lot and locking the doors for the night?
Honestly, it would have been maybe better than Tuscaloosa. We got that wrong. But, man, I was kind of looking over some of the scores, got some blowouts. I mean, South Doyle beating up on Union County. Alcoa beating on what they played Fulton tonight. But the one I was really looking at was Oak Ridge Bradley Central beating on. I mean, it wasn't even a beating. I mean, it was the closest game of the night, one of the closest games, and I mean, 10-7. I mean, we all knew Oak Ridge was going to be having a fight tonight against Bradley Central. Now, I didn't think it was going to be that low scoring or that close. And I kind of want to get y'all's thoughts of, after kind of seeing them against them, how are they going to fare up against Maryville later on? Because I think Maryville should be able to beat Oak Ridge after seeing a little bit of that tonight.
I mean, I think that game's at Oak Ridge. I know it's the last game of the season. I think it's at Oak Ridge. But, I mean, I think right now everybody's that region is that Maryville? Let's say Maryville for them. I feel like that region's just set 1 through 3. Maryville's head and shoulders above Oak Ridge and Bradley. Oak Ridge is a little bit better than Bradley. So I think that one's just set in stone. They're just waiting to see who that 4th seed is. I don't expect Maryville to stumble until we get to week 10. I don't think they're going to stumble once they get there. I mean, I don't think they're going to beat them like they did Hardin Valley tonight, but I don't think it's going to be a 10-7 game either. How about you, Bubba?
I mean, it'll be a little more high scoring, but I kind of like Oak Ridge a little bit.
Do you?
In that potential matchup at the end of the season. I feel like Oak Ridge, they're going to be teetering on the brink of, undefeated. So why not just keep going undefeated for the whole season?
Why not? I don't see it.
I mean, it looks. I mean, and then if we go over to that Alcoa region, I mean, it just looks like Alcoa's got that unlocked until we kind of watch that Anderson County game. I mean, Alcoa's going to be number 1. It just seems like that region's just so up and down other than Alcoa.
I don't know if the Anderson County game's final yet, but they played at Chattanooga Prep tonight, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Who did?
Anderson County played at Chattanooga Prep.
Oh.
Wow. 2 of the more perennial recruiting schools in the East Tennessee area going head-to-head tonight.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just a weird game for them to play. There's not a final on the TSSAA website yet, even though we've been
28. They're up 28-0 in the third.
Yeah,
8 minutes. Yeah,
I feel like it might be over with. I'm not sure, but
yeah, I mean it's looking up and down for them. Well, boys, y'all have a good night. Go Vols. I'm looking for hopefully a big win tomorrow.
All right, Spencer, have fun in Tuscaloosa as you're getting ready for your game in Starkville, Mississippi tomorrow. So, later, brother. Bubba, some more scores I'm seeing rolling in. McMinn County beat Ottawa 61-6. McMinn County, I believe, 5-1 on the season now. John Reed probably has no clue about that, but they're a little bit better than they have been in the last few years. Scott County beats Cumberland Gap 50-16. Signal Mountain 44. Chattanooga Brainerd 0. Walker Valley 35, Saudi Daisy 7. McCauley down in Chattanooga, one of the best teams in the state, goes out of the state and beats Heidelberg, Mississippi 21-18. Now, are you familiar with the McCauley? Is that where Peyton's son's playing, or is it Baylor?
I think it's Baylor.
Baylor, okay. McCauley, Baylor, big rivals down in Chattanooga.
By that, I mean, I'll have confirmation for you in just
Gatlinburg-Piedmont beat Claiborne County 56-8. Cosby, the Eagles beat Hancock County 42-8. Clinton, maybe their first win of the year, 53-15 over Campbell County. Region win, if that. I'm pretty sure it's a region win. Loudon beats East Ridge 17-0. Getting a text right now that Oliver Springs and Rockwood are in overtime 21-21. That is a big region game in Class A Region 2, which will probably be for the 2nd seed in that region. Notre Dame beats Lakeway Christian 42-35. Knoxville Catholic beats Silverdale 55-21. Silverdale's a team that whipped up on Webb a couple weeks ago, I think, and then lost to Grace Christian last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Anything to add, Bubba, that you're seeing?
Grace Christian, you mentioned them, went down tonight. Granted, a team from North Carolina, but
Okay, well, that's not popped up on my stuff. Yeah, there it is. The Ambassador Christian in North Carolina, 35-32. Grace Christian's first loss on the season. Beaver going out of town jinxed them. Cofield 33, Oneida 0. They shut out Oneida at Oneida. I watched that game at the house the first half. Very sloppy. A lot of turnovers. Neither offenses could get going. So 865-966-3435. If you want to join in, call. We are here till who knows when. Oliver Springs has beat Rockwood 28-27 in overtime. I'm sure we'll be getting a call about that at some point. I haven't seen a Powell score. I've looked, and Powell's not been updated. I've even texted the guy. Can't get nothing from him.
their game started incredibly late. And by incredibly late, I think it started around like 8 o'clock or something like that. Not sure why, but last score I see was Powell 35 and Central 21.
Okay, well, that's more than I've seen. I hadn't seen anything. Week 6, Bubba, we need to start doing some playoff ranking or some looking at the region because some of these teams will be starting to get eliminated now from playoff contention. My Harriman Blue Devils are fighting for dear life.
We can go ahead and eliminate Carnes from their playoff contention.
Yeah, we can do that. Well, now that I think of it, Harriman losing the midway night puts them out because I was doing the math earlier, and they don't have a chance. So 7 teams in that region, only 4 making it. Makes it awful hard if you lose to the bottom 3 teams other than yourself. Go ahead and talk about last night. I know you've took notes on it. Look forward to this all night to hear what you've got to say about Greenville losing to Sevier County in 2 overtimes last night on the rivalry Thursday game.
To honor the late great Spencer, who we heard call in about his love for Sevier County, I figured let's go through some thoughts about their big win. All right, so there's a lot of focus, obviously, on Greenville's Zayden Anderson, and I'm going to be honest here. I'm not impressed by this kid at all.
Who's that? Whose kid? Greenville?
Yeah.
Is that not the kid that's committed to Tennessee?
Yeah. That's why I'm kind of worried about this. I didn't see much effort last night. I understand they put their best player that they could on him to cover him, but even then, his run blocking is sloppy. He's out there just running around sometimes. Other times, he's just standing there. Wasn't that exciting. Sevier County had a line full of seniors, and they played like they were freshmen. I saw missed blocks all over the place. It kind of got me upset a little bit, but I can understand a little bit because the whole time it seemed like they kept trying to set up the run and set up the run and set up the run. Or I had it backwards. They were trying to set up the pass, and then realized that wasn't working. So then they just started running it with their sophomore running backs, who, by the way, one of those kids is going to be pretty good, I feel like, if he keeps up with it.
All right, so what did you think about the Sevier County quarterback? Yay or nay?
As a thrower, nay.
No, okay.
Too many rollouts, and he's like 3 for like 6 in terms of like completion interception.
865-966-3435, talking high school football, breaking it down with Bubba. Is that segment? Maybe it'll become a weekly thing. I'll make you watch the Thursday night game, a documentary. I don't know. You want to break down the Kiffin documentary? What'd you think about that? How old were you when he left Tennessee in 2010 or whenever that was?
I would have been 10.
So you don't remember any of that?
Not really.
I remember that was when Twitter just started. No, it wasn't even on Twitter. I was on VolQuest. I remember just that night on VolQuest in the war room just being absolutely chaotic. Brent Hubbs just breaking the news, guys, it's true, and just all hell breaking loose after that. Did you learn anything new from the Kiffin thing that you didn't already know?
I mean, just a couple things. I didn't know him and Sarkisian were on the same staff with Pete Carroll at USC.
Absolutely.
And now it seems like he just can't escape from Sark for his whole life. That's his rival, whether he wants it to be or not. Couple things about, is they didn't mention anything about Joey Freshwater, and that kind of upset me a little bit.
How much time did they spend on the Tennessee stuff?
Honestly, I mean, they tried to segment everything like 10-minute intervals.
Is it an hour documentary?
Roughly, give or take.
Okay, so I don't know. I'll go back and watch it.
Tennessee did get a pretty large chunk of it though. Like it was obviously like the next step up for them because they were trying to go in order.
Yeah.
Of like from being an assistant to suddenly first coaching gig with the Raiders. That went downhill, and then Tennessee happened.
Al Davis screwed him. He didn't have a chance out there.
Yeah.
So he was behind the 8 ball out there. So I don't really blame him for the Raiders stuff. But he got.
I think he would have left Tennessee eventually.
I mean, yeah, eventually.
But we could have had some fun. Maybe beating an Ohio State or a top team at the time and felt cool about it.
Could have. Farragut 25, Bearden 21, Elizabethan 34, Northview Academy up there on the Parkway outside of Pigeon Forge 7. East Hamilton beats Ray County 56-33.
Two unbeaten teams.
Yeah.
Now there's one.
44 for Meigs County, Sweetwater 14. That's a region win. Kind of head scratcher for Sweetwater being poor all year. Beats Kingston last week by 2 points. Gets drugged by Meigs County by 30 tonight. Tennessee High beats Abington 43-7.
Is it weird that Kingston was playing Austin East? That 30 for a loop?
No, I mean because they're not a region opponent anymore. But they were in the same region for years, and that was a pretty good rivalry.
How long ago are we talking?
I mean, because they were in there with Alcoa, so I mean maybe last year they were region rivals.
I need to do my homework.
You do, I know they've been region opponents for several years. I mean they've went up there back and forth for a long time. Even before Alcoa come in that region, I think they were playing each other. So, any other thing that you see so far tonight sticks out before we get some other calls in here?
In the battle of the winless between Campbell County and Clinton came out on top in pretty dominant fashion, dropping a 50 burger. So that 24-year-old head coach has got to win underneath his belt. I can't say the same.
Must be nice. We need to start doing some, like I said earlier, looking at these playoff things. We're getting close enough where we can figure out who's eliminated, who's locked into a first place spot already. Because I think there's going to be some regions where that's already within the next week or two will be apparent. So that might be your assignment for the weekend. If you can handle that, unless you're busy doing your 16 parlays that you're betting $10 on and losing on Friday night. I mean, take up for yourself, Bubba. Say something. You just can't let me run you over.
I can.
No, you
Flat
can't.
Stanley.
That's what?
Flat Stanley.
No. All right, we're going to hit a break. 865-966-3435. Get some calls in here after the break. We got a few more finals. We'll see you on the other side.
Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memory.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fanrun Radio, Knoxville.
Are you looking for a treat that will knock it out of the park at the next watch party? Just like your favorite baseball team, Crumble brings the best lineup week to week with an expanded roster that includes key lime pie, strawberry cake, or my personal favorite, Monster featuring M&M candies. Let Crumble treat you to the best cookies in the game. Download the Crumble app and start earning rewards. You can even vote monthly on what flavors you would like to see at any store of your choice. Warmer weather is here, so get to the ballpark, but don't miss the cookies.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half. Simple luxury for on and off the course.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Remember when David dies, 12 pipe, the Budweiser heavy for the road.
Welcome back into the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Bubba, we've got a tremendous upgrade with the music tonight, with the mystery man behind the curtain. Oz, if you want to call him that, just pulling the strings. Music has dramatically took an uptick. I even had a song earlier tonight that I knew. 2 Dozen Roses by Shenandoah. And then that Sarah McLachlan song about that dog dying or whatever that was earlier, I think. Might have been when you were giving your speech.
I feel like they always play 2 Dozen Roses for you. That's probably the only song.
Maybe I just don't. Maybe I zoned it out because I'm so annoyed with the music. We've got a caller, I believe. Josh, are you there?
Yes, sir. How are y'all?
Good, Josh. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I just saw one of the crazier football games of the year, I think, but I'm hanging in there.
Before you get too far to that, I just want to be upfront with you. I don't want you to be offended, but you're the second caller from the Maryville Daily Times we've had tonight.
Oh wow! Did Caleb call?
He did.
Oh, well, nice. Yeah, he had the easy one, Maryville rolling over Hardin Valley. I bet he's done an hour ago.
He was. Yeah, he said he was at Zaxby's eating an hour and a half ago. So over Hardin Valley, he's didn't have much to talk about over there. But seems like you were at the better game tonight that involved the Blount County team, because there was another one that involved Fulton that was another blowout, and then William Blount putting it on Carnes. Caleb didn't want to really talk about that one for some reason. But yeah, you were at the game of the night for the Blount County team. So tell us what happened to Heritage.
Man, that was a tough one for Heritage. Carter's a good team. I'll give them that. But that was one that Heritage really needed to have, just to get in that top 4 in the playoff spot. Heritage loses that one. They're 2-2 in the region now. Looking at the rest of their schedule, they got William Blount, but their last 3 region games, they've got Alcoa, they've got Gibbs, and they got Union County. So that's probably one region win for sure. Maybe, Gibbs will be the one they have to get. So, yeah, it makes it a lot tougher for Heritage to lose that game. But because, again, kind of like Anderson County a couple weeks ago, when, Anderson County spotted Heritage a couple touchdowns right off the bat. That's what Carter did tonight. Heritage goes up 14-0 right early in the game. I think it's still first quarter. They go up 14-0. Their defense was playing really, really well the first half. Turnovers, forcing punts. They had a safety in the first half. So Carter really didn't show a lot of signs of life offensively in the first half. Really wasn't until the second half where they started running the ball. What's the guy's name? Jody Scruggs, and he was a beast. Running back, kind of receiver, did everything for Carter tonight. And their quarterback, Brody Sparks, he was pretty shaky in the first half, but man, he found another level in the second half and was just dicing up the Heritage defense. So yeah, it was all Carter in the second half. Heritage late in the fourth quarter, they go up 25-21, which there's a pretty good catch. Guy Moss, the Carter defender, took it 41 yards. That's the score. So Heritage is in front, a few minutes to go, and then Carter just marches down the field, which, in the biggest play of the game, was a 4th and 7. Carter's in Heritage territory, 4th and 7. They heave a deep ball up, 32 yards, touchdown. The kid's name was Isaac Cookston for Carter who caught that touchdown. Just a fantastic catch. Throws in the back of the end zone. He has to jump up and bring it down. But that's the game. Carter goes in front, 28-25, and then a couple sacks on Heritage last drive kind of ended there. So, yeah, that was a game that Heritage led a lot early. They led late, and then couldn't get a stop on the last drive, and Carter wins that one.
Yeah, that's looking at that region standings. That one's going to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because now the Gibbs game becomes almost you really need to win that because you're not going to. Let's just be honest. They expect they could go in there and win, but they're not expected to go into Alcoa and win.
Oh yeah, Alcoa 63 nothing over Fulton.
Yeah.
So, and that was a tough game for Heritage last week at Fulton. So
the way I think I just saw it, Gibbs, Carter, and Heritage, maybe all three have 2 region losses now. With a couple, Carter's 3-1. So yeah, that kind of hurt. Now it's a do or die. Maybe need a little bit of help from some other teams. And trying to see who Carter has left. Carter still has Alcoa left and Gibbs. So they Heritage is going to need Gibbs to do them a favor, and of course Alcoa is going to do them one for sure, more than likely.
Yeah.
Big.
Have to beat Gibbs too. Yeah, for sure.
Big rivalry Thursday game next week.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. It's kind of different trajectories with William Blount coming in here, hot off a big region win. Their offense is looking really good as always. So that's going to be an interesting matchup because William Blount's defense this year, and I maybe haven't even seen William Blount at all this year. I don't think, but just looking at the scores every week, like their offense between Dabrowski, between Klein running the football, it's about as good as anyone out there, but their defense has been a little spotty at best. When you look at Heritage, and their defense is the stronger side, so maybe some lapses tonight, but I thought their defense played pretty well tonight, but their offense has been a mixed bag, to say the least. So I don't know if you heard that alarm. It's going to be an interesting matchup next week. Battle of the Bell too. And Robert Thursday, it's always good to have a spotlight on that game. So
it is.
Speaking of alarms, unrelated to anything. So Dabrowski for William Blount, is he from Oregon or is that just some knowledge that somebody would happen to know off the top of their head, or the Pacific Northwest area, or Alaska, or?
Josh, you there? I don't think Josh is there. I think Josh might have dropped off on us. He might have been offended by your idiotic question because everybody just knows everybody knows the answer to that question. So you probably just offended him. He just dropped off. So I don't know.
I'm sorry, Josh.
I'm gonna have to apologize to him now. You've done that man dirty. Not sure if we have another caller right now. We don't, but I'll try to get hold of Josh again. Bubba's offended him with a question that just was so insulting to his intelligence.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
He said, this guy, out of all the questions to ask me, he asked me if this kid is from Oregon.
Yeah, I can't believe you'd ask a man that kind of question. So I'm hoping to see him calling back in because I feel really bad because that Josh has been a loyal caller and reporter for us for 2 seasons now. Josh, are you there?
Yes, sir.
I apologize. Bubba was asking. We just assumed you hung up because Bubba asked such an idiotic question. We thought you just said hell with these guys and just hung up because this is stupid at this point. So let Bubba ask his question. He's dying to know.
Awesome.
So the floor is yours, Bubba.
So I'm not sure how familiar you are with William Blunt, where each kid's from, but would you happen to know or have any information related to Dombrowski, however you say his name properly, being from Oregon or the Pacific Northwest or something like that?
I have not heard any of that. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
he had an older brother that was here at William Blunt too. So I mean, I feel like they've been here for a few years. Yeah.
Bubba, where'd you even come up with this? Man?
So like I was obviously, they put a whooping on my Beavers tonight, and not even throughout the into the first quarter, they're just like, oh, he's now reached over 1,000 yards for the season. And shout out to his parents all the way out in Oregon. I was like, that was a kid from Oregon, or
maybe they're on vacation.
All the way out in Oregon. Huh. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. I'm glad you said that. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, if you could find that out for us for next week, that's really what we're going to try to get out of you is this kid from Oregon or the Pacific Northwest? I mean,
but also, I mean,
Vancouver, Alaska, wherever. Don't matter.
It could be a great story. It could be a good story.
It might be something you could write on, like kid from the Pacific Northwest. Now William Blunt has 1,000 yards on the season.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Good story. Yeah, we had a kid in baseball season who moved to Alcoa from Oregon, so it's happened before.
Yeah, I mean, people's moving to. I truly believe that people from all over the world are moving to Knoxville with 3 cars to one person per household, and driving as many as possible at one time, all throughout the day. Well, I mean, at 2:00 on a Tuesday, bumper to bumper. I mean, everybody's moving into this town. So, Josh, do you know where you're going next Friday night yet?
Friday night, not sure. Thursday, I'll be at Battle of the Bells. So
anything going on with volleyball about over with? I know last year you covered volleyball. I don't know if since you're the boss man, you've put that on somebody else now.
Well, yeah, volleyball season's almost over. Actually, this coming Monday is the Blount County Championship, which is just where all the Blount County teams get together and play each other. And that'll be like the last game before they have their district tournaments. Same thing with soccer season, which is going on right now, girls soccer. They have district tournaments coming up, next week and beyond. So, yeah, they're about to get in the heart of the postseason. And, we'll get on with district tournament, region tournament, see who's going to state. So,
any big plans tomorrow? Because we've determined that you're not a Tennessee guy.
Well, I'm not a Tennessee guy. I've got Caleb might have mentioned he's going to Starkville for me.
Yeah, he did tomorrow. He did say something about having to wake up, not by his. It wasn't his wanting to do, but he's having to wake up about 3 a.m. and drive down there or something.
Well, not his wanting to do that. I would be stretching that, Caleb, because I did not tell him he had to go to Mississippi. That was his call. That's funny.
Now, is he getting like a meal? Is he getting like some meal money? Like you give him like per diem, or how's this work?
Yeah, I think the Daily Times will take care of him. Yeah, I think we'll cover that at least. But yeah, tomorrow I'm actually doing Maryville College Division III football. They have their first home game of the year. They're 2-0. They're having a good start to the year. So yeah, they'll be at home tomorrow. So I'll be over there.
I don't know if we've ever asked you where did you go to high school at?
I went to Concord Christian, if you know where that is.
Yeah, I mean,
Out
it's
in
pretty close
Farragut.
to us. I can about throw a softball down there from here.
Yep. I went out there.
Okay. Well, brother, we tell us where we can find you.
Yes, sir. Daily Times, it's TDT Sports or TDT_sports on Twitter. And I'm Josh_Lane20 on Twitter. So,
Josh,
always active.
You are the man, regardless of the shade that Caleb threw at you about the Waffle House. We look forward to you calling next week. Maybe you and Bubba can compare notes about Thursday nights because he's got a whole legal pad over here about last night's game. So I'm sure he'll have some questions for the Thursday night and where you end up on Friday, man. So have a good weekend,
Awesome.
Josh. Thank you, brother.
That was good, guys. Appreciate it.
See you. Brucey, are you there?
Yeah, I have a question before we start talking.
Well, don't make it anything. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just ask it.
The guy that answers the phone, is he okay?
Yeah, man. He's just a little wound up because we got money on this Florida State Virginia game.
Okay. Well, he's normally like real like, "Hey, Brucey, how you doing?" And he didn't ask me how I was doing.
Different person. Different person speak. So we fired that guy. So that guy got fired.
Okay.
So not really. He's actually in Starkville, Mississippi. So we've had to call in some subs this week. We're still a man short, but we're making the most of it. We out of a 4-man crew, we've got 2 of them on assignment in Starkville. But enough of that. What happened in Sweetwater tonight, because I know he was in Sweetwater, because I had to actually deliver some stuff down to Madisonville, and I stopped off at the Weigels there in Sweetwater and saw about 10 people in Meigs County shirts and thought, they must be playing Sweetwater tonight.
Meigs County on Sweetwater's homecoming had double the fans, so that is not surprising. Brucey being one of them. I was up in the top left-hand corner just like normal. I was watching, and I saw the 11th straight victory for the Tigers over Sweetwater. Last year, everybody was calling Sweetwater was going to beat them. The Tigers, everybody on Coach T, Captain Guru, guaranteed it. And he says he never has a guarantee that don't happen. 2 years in a row, the Tigers have mercy ruled the Wildcats, the 93 state champs. I heard that 7 or 8 times tonight, 93 state champs. Tigers are now in sole possession of first place in the region. Everybody's lost a game. Sweetwater beat Kingston. McMinn Central lost to the Tigers. Austin East and Scott County lost to somebody. So the Meigs County Tigers are on they're currently in the driver's seat. So play a non-region game against Brainerd next Thursday to let people get an early start on fall break. Unless you're a student, you need to be in class. I might be giving a test Friday, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're rolling since the East Hamilton lost 4 wins in a row. First time they've allowed over 10 points in the last 5 weeks.
I will say that the last touchdown was Meg's third stringers versus Sweetwater's ones with 30 seconds left. Running clock, of course, as you know. I will ask, who won, Ray County or East Ham?
East Hamilton.
Okay, so Meg's only loss is to an undefeated 5A school.
Yep. East Ham beat Ray County 56-33.
So Ray County lost by substantially more than Meg's lost. Well, no transitive property in football. Did our alma mater win, Timbo?
Nope, got beat. I don't have a final, but I'm pretty sure they got beat because they were down by a substantial amount.
Does it look like they're going to find them a win this year against Oakdale, maybe?
Oakdale beat Wartburg tonight.
Okay.
Which surprised me.
Surprised me. We painfully know that Harriman has had 0-10 records before, but as my brother told me, one good thing is they can't be 0-10 this year.
No, they can be 0-9 with a did not finish game. So,
yeah.
Anything else, Brucey, before we get out for this break?
What?
Anything else before we get out for this break?
Nope. Just hi. Bye to you. I miss you. Ain't seen you in a while, and talk to you later.
All right. Have a good day, Brucey. Good night. 865-966-3435. Give us a call on the other side. We're here for another few segments talking high school ball. Till then.
What are you going to do with your old car? You can try selling it, you could junk it, or you can donate it to Heritage for the Blind. Your car will be towed away for free, and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-639-8620. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats. It doesn't matter if your vehicle runs or not. It'll be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help. Heritage for the Blind is a nonprofit organization that helps the visually impaired live fuller lives. Call right now to donate your car. And as a special thank you for calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to many exciting locations. Call Heritage for the Blind right now. Call 1-800-639-8620. Donating is easy, and your vehicle is towed away for free. Plus, you'll get a free vacation voucher. Call now, 1-800-639-8620. That's 1-800-639-8620.
Dick's House of Sport at Westtown Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, hit tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Whether you're heading to work, taking the kids to school, or planning your next road trip, your car needs to be ready for the ride. Hi, I'm Russell Smith, and I've been a customer at Matlock Tire and Auto Service for about as long as I've been driving. For me, it all comes down to trust. Look, I'm not a car guy, and I just don't want to get taken advantage of on car maintenance costs. Matlock Tire Service is a family-owned and operated business, and they wouldn't have made it this long if they hadn't been providing trustworthy service you can depend on. They're the home of the price match guarantee, which means you can bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. I've bought a lot of tires at Matlock over the years, and I always go there for my oil changes. You should too. They've got locations in Farragut, Hardin Valley, Lenoir City, Maryville, and Athens. Visit their website, matlocktireservice.com, to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment. Tell them Fanrun Radio sent you. Honest service, quality work, dependable care. Matlock Tire and Auto Service.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
I tell you, that's what we do. We're bringing the boom to you. If you're a believer, come follow me. Gonna bring the boom in. We're here with the boom leader all across the land. AJ, Big Justice, and the AMH band.
Welcome back into the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show, bringing the boom every Friday night from 9:30 until we decide to go off the air.
Boom!
I'm your host, Tim Hill. Bubba over here giving it 5 big booms for the night. Are you giving those big booms to Florida State?
No.
What do they give? What's the opposite?
They get a doom.
Costing Bubba some money over here. Maybe some other people in the office some money. Who knows? I'm glad I didn't touch it because I wanted to hammer Florida State. I thought, what is this? This is a Florida State minus 7.5 against Virginia. Florida State's been blowing people out. What's going on?
ACC is a joke, Tim. That's what I've learned for collegiate football.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
A joke.
I believe we've got a caller on the line. Caller, how many booms do you give Florida State tonight?
I give them a big boom because FSU sucks.
I mean, they've been pretty good this year, coming off a.
They had
pretty
one
bad
good
year.
win against Bama.
I don't know.
We all know. We all know.
How many booms did you give that game you went to tonight for not
And-
result
and
not result wise,
the-
just a game wise? How many booms it getting?
The game, if you're just a fan of football, give me 5. Boom, 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 boom. And if you're a Tiger fan,
well, I mean,
Tigers fought hard. It was a good game. I mean, I know the Tigers fought hard tonight. They just came up short. They got their PAT blocked in overtime. Coming out of halftime, they went down 21 to 7, I believe. Fought back, and I mean they played a great game. Just got the PAT blocked in overtime, and Auburn Springs has got some explosive players, and they scored their first possession, hit the PAT, the game's over. But there's no more victories, but the Tigers played good enough to win tonight. It was a sloppy mess in Auburn Springs tonight. All the rain this week. The middle school played last night, and it was just muddy, which fared well for the Tigers because they don't like to throw it. They like to run it, right down your throat.
Bunch of
4 yards in a cloud of dust. And that's what they did. And Coach Webb put together a lot of good drives tonight where he just ate the clock up, man.
Did it rain there tonight, or just the result of the rain throughout the week?
No, it was just a result of the rain throughout the week. I don't think if the middle school, if they wouldn't have played last night, it would have been the same result. So it was just, I don't know if the field doesn't drain well or just a lot of rain. Didn't have time to drain. So
I think that was the case
I
think that was the case up at 09-02 after watching that first half against them in Cofield. That it was super slick. A lot of turf being thrown up, a lot of grass being thrown up. Florida State's caught a ball in the end zone in double overtime. They're having to review it because he's juggled it. So that's what we got going on right now in Florida State and Virginia.
Good deal. But yeah, if you were a fan of football tonight, Auburn Springs was the place to be. Just a lot of hard nose, a lot of big. The Bobcats had a lot of big hits tonight, and a lot of big plays on offense. Rockwood had a pick six that got called back on a block in the back. So there were big plays all night, and someone's got to lose, and Rockwood lost. So that probably puts them on the road for the playoffs. That means Auburn Springs is finishing first or second. That game with Coalfield will determine that. I don't even know who Rockwood plays next week, to be honest. I've not thought that far ahead. But Auburn Springs goes to Oneida next week.
Non-region.
The Yellow Jackets get back on track with a big win in Austin East.
Yeah, I saw that. Bubba's over here, because I'm telling Bubba that's a region rivalry for the last quite a few years. 10, 15 years. They've been in the same region, and he kind of acted surprised by that. They've been going back and forth with each other for a long time.
They have been. That was a good win, especially after they dropped the region game last week to Sweetwater, which they should have won. But when you have more penalty yards than the team has, and your opponent has offensive yards, you can't win a game. So I'm sure the Kingston faithful will be happy that they went on the road and got a big win this week.
Rockwood versus Oakdale next week.
Okay.
Oakdale beat Wartburg tonight. Kind of surprising.
Interesting.
Yep.
That is surprising. Interesting.
Because I thought Harriman might have an outside chance if they won tonight and could beat Oakdale. They already lost to Wartburg.
Who did they have tonight?
Harriman lost to Midway.
What was that? Was that
I haven't seen
lopsided score?
It was Harriman was winning at halftime, I believe. Then late in the game, they were down by double digits. I never did see a final. Still trying to find one. Kind of shorthanded tonight. Bubba's not helping me at all. He's just worried about his bets. Can't get nothing out of him.
Gee, Bubba.
I know. He's got a shirt on. It's it's a button up, and I don't know how to describe it.
Tell him I'll Venmo him $20 so he can just cancel his bet and we can just talk football.
But he don't want to, man. He's too invested. You
invested.
got me looking up Region 1 Class A, Hampton first place, Cloudland second place, Cosby third, North Green fourth. Looks like that's pretty set in stone. So Rockwood would probably be going to Hampton or Cloudland. Been there before.
Yeah.
So been there, done that.
And then you're going to run into South Pitt eventually. Is that correct? Maybe like.
I don't know. They've got that new playoff format this year. In the second round, I believe teams are going towards the mid-state now. I need to research that for this coming week because the new playoff format is a thing, and I think it really shakes up the second and third round.
I got you.
All right, well, brother. You going to start
Hey,
in the morning?
I heard a little rumor going on at SM Athletics right now. Is there a good deal on some ball caps right now?
There is.
Okay.
And
the only way to find out is to call.
That's right. That's the best way to call is find out 865-966-3434. We don't really like to give away prices on the air because you don't know.
No. Of course not.
Yeah. Either way, go Vols tomorrow. We'll talk to you next Friday after the Tigers take on the Big Red Machine of Oakdale.
All right. Y'all have a good evening.
See you, Chasey.
Midway's up 49-28 over Harriman.
What do you mean up? The game should be over by now.
Look, Coach he ain't updated his schedules.
Okay.
And scores yet,
Matt, are you on the line, brother?
Yeah, I made it.
You made it. You're the seventh caller here on the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. You're the winner of one free hat coming your way.
Yeah. No, if Florida State ends up getting beat, I'm not going to be able to call you next week. I won't be able to buy any minutes because when they went down 14, I hammered her.
Well, yeah, they're beat. There's I don't know, 7,000 or 8,000 people on the field right now at Virginia, so it's done.
That's good. That's not good.
I was wanting to bet on Florida State, but I lost track of time and didn't because I thought that just didn't make sense. But I'm glad you and Bubba fell on the sword for me, and not I. I think we lost Matt. Did you hear that click, Bubba?
I did too.
These people are just so distraught that they're dropping like flies at the I think he's back.
So I'm curious what Spencer does to keep people real good.
Yeah, you're back. I don't know what you going. Where are you going through? You going through Carthage or something? You going through a
crisis and denial?
I made it on the good side of it now. I think I got Beaver's not there, so you can't get people in there the right way.
I just think it's something going on tonight.
Yeah, William Blunt licked the Beaver.
55-30.
They got it done.
Put it on them.
That's it. But the one thing that stood out, I don't think you guys are giving Oak Ridge enough of a chance.
Bubba's over here saying they're going to win. I'm the one that...
I know. I'm with Bubba. Whatever Bubba says, I'm on board. So I got to tell Bubba a good story too. I went over to Willow Creek yesterday afternoon, and I had on Bubba's Buick Grand National shirt. I didn't think they were going to let me in the place. And by the time I left, everybody thought I owned the place because all the women over there just couldn't stay away from me.
That's the power of American manufacturing right there.
Yeah, yep. You were talking about all the people that were getting beat down earlier in the show. I know Sequoia's had it rough. If Campbell County ever falls off of Clinton's schedule, I think they'll be in the same boat that Sequoia's in. I'm glad to see that young coach got a win tonight.
I mean, they'll always have Carnes they can get a win over, I feel like.
Oh, easy on my man Bubba. I'm mad that Spencer's not there tonight because Sevier County, Greenville had every right to win that game last night.
Well, Spencer did call in earlier. He found a hotel in Tuscaloosa for the game in Starkville tomorrow.
I heard him call in. He didn't spend a lot of time talking about how great Sevier County was. I think it broke his spirit a little bit. I think Greenville had a very good chance to beat them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is I think it's win 20. I think I was number 20 in a row now for Sevier County.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, if they're, so 15 last year, they obviously didn't win the last game 2 seasons ago. So they won 15 last year, 5-0. They've already had a bye. Yes, they're 20 wins in a row. So it's easy to figure out. Getting closer to that week 10, Alcoa, Anderson County, Oak Ridge, Maryville.
Yeah.
2 of the bigger ones in the area that last week. It's hard to believe it's 6 weeks in, just going by so fast.
Yeah. I think Blount County probably sweeps that, but I'd like to see Oak Ridge play Maryville a good game. I think Alcoa is going to absolutely drub the Anderson County Bulldogs. I don't think there'll be much to that one, but yeah, I appreciate y'all. I look forward to getting after Spencer next week whenever he gets back, and appreciate what y'all do.
Thank you, Matt.
Bubba's I stopped by the Waffle House about 6:30 and told him to start cooking your bacon, so it'll be ready by the time you get done.
It better be, because I have a very real fear of choking on some undercooked fatty bacon. I do
you
not
just get
want
the
to do
sausage patties instead.
I don't eat sausage. I want bacon.
All right.
I'm a bacon man.
Same animal, but
different taste. Matt, safe travels on your way to the state.
Yeah, we're gonna see Diego get after it tomorrow.
Well, just tell him get ready for that whipping here about 3 or 4 or 5 weeks, whatever that is. So
yeah. Bubba, don't ever change, Bubba.
we don't care about Diego. We care about Joey.
Yeah. You boys be good.
See ya. Matt on the way to the Mid-State. I suppose he's going to watch the Vanderbilt tomorrow. Not sure about that.
Playing against Utah State, that'll be a real exciting matchup.
He never wants to talk Tennessee. He doesn't come across as a VFL.
There's guys within the region here that aren't a VFL. Guys that we've heard from tonight that aren't a VFL.
Josh.
He's a VFL, you know. He went there, graduated from there.
Josh did. He just never acts excited about Tennessee football. Caleb, I feel like he might be on the road now to Starkville. So
Josh grinds never stop.
Josh grinds never stops. All right, Bubba, we're going to hit a break. 865-966-3435. Call us on the other side.
For the longest while we're jamming in the party, and you're waiting on me, pushing everything. Right back on top of me, yeah. But if you think you're gonna get away from me, you better change your mind. You're going home. You're going home with me tonight. Let me hold you, go caress my body. You got me going crazy. You turn me on, turn me on.
Yeah, you. Are you moving cross country and you just don't know who to call? Call us right now. Listen, you've probably seen one of our containers in your neighborhood, but did you know that we can help you move anywhere in the United States? It's real simple. We'll drop a container off at the location you tell us to bring it to. You pack up your valuable possessions at your leisure. They stay safe right in your home. And when you're ready, call us. We'll come and pick up the container and give you a scheduled date of when your furniture and the other possessions will be at your new home. So if you're moving across country or across town, be a pack rat. Join the Pack Rat family. Call Pack Rat right now for your free quote. See y'all later, Pack Rats.
Call 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. 800-965-1298. That's 800-965-1298.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340.
Surfside iced tea and vodka.
WKGN
David's
Knoxville
Real Brewed
and
Tea. Is only 100
W289CU
calories, 2
Knoxville.
grams of sugar,
Fan
no
Run
bubbles,
Radio.
No troubles. That's right. Zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Where are the best ribs in the Volunteer State? Rickard Ridge. Who has the best barbecue catering packages in East Tennessee? Rickard Ridge. And where is the most beautiful setting to enjoy a meal with family and friends? Rickard Ridge. Rickard Ridge Barbecue. Just a quick ride up I-75, take exit 134, hang a right, and Rickard Ridge is on your left, just inside Cove Lake State Park.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mike Costa at Knoxville Smiles. Here at Knoxville Smiles, we're all about making it easier for you to see the dentist. That's why we're now open until 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If going to the dentist in the morning or during normal business hours doesn't fit your busy schedule, come see us a little later. Call 865-539-1776 to schedule your appointment, or just visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career. Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
When it's past high noon, it's time for a vodka soda made with a vodka you've actually heard of. I'm talking White Claw vodka soda made with White Claw premium vodka. JB Smooth Only Drinks vodka soda made with the world's smoothest vodka.
And you can too. Pick you up a bottle of the triple wave filtered vodka that's been distilled 5 times. White Claw premium vodka comes in 4 flavors: black cherry, mango, pineapple, and just vodka. You haven't had vodka like this. No one has. White Claw premium vodka. Please drink responsibly.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Welcome back into the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. We are now in the 11 o'clock hour. As the ever beautiful Bubba to my right, your left on the screen, joins me tonight in the 2 chair. I believe we have a caller on the line. Westchester, are you there?
Holy crap, guys. What a night. How are we doing?
Good, man. We was wondering if he was alive or not.
Oh, man. Well, Logan has way too much power, and I guess Logan wanted to start the game at 7:30, so they started the game at 7:30, which really just screws up the rest of the evening for everybody else. But, guys, does anybody play defense anymore? Is that kind of not a thing?
Alcoa does. They shut out Fulton tonight. South Dole does. They shut out Union County.
Good grief. What a night in beautiful Powell, Tennessee. But I see we've already talked to Logan.
We have not. Logan
Yeah,
is MIA.
Yeah, that game didn't finish until sometime between 10:15, 10:20, 10:25, somewhere over there.
Okay, well, that's why we haven't talked to him then. He's still gathering his thoughts, and
some of us have to take a detour on the way home because 275 is shut down. So, yeah. What a night.
Hopefully he figures it out, because Logan's been known to pull over on the side of the road, so hopefully he gets off 275 before he pulls over to call us.
The guys, I'm not a doctor, but I took some contextual clues, and I believe that there may be some talk about whether or not Deuce suffered an injury tonight. He was back in the game shortly thereafter. Trainer came over, doctor came over, coaches came over. Nobody touched him. One coach may or may not have smiled when he found out why he was still on the ground. You know that place you really don't want to get hit?
Yep.
Yeah, I think you did.
It ain't fun.
No, poor guy.
It ain't fun at all. I don't wish that upon anybody. It's makes me squirmish to think about stuff.
Yeah,
hitting you down there.
Other than that, but I hear Campbell County. I have no scores except for the Florida State score, because I was so late getting onto the show with you guys. Because I was late getting in the car. So West lost to Halls. I know that.
Yep.
Campbell County got their one and only win of the season against Clinton.
No. Clinton put it on Campbell County. Clinton got their first win of the season.
Oh.
So that was a battle.
53-15.
Yeah, that was the battle of the winless, and Clinton coming on top with that.
Wow.
Oak Ridge beat Bradley 10-7. Probably one of the games of the night. Very close. William Blunt 55-30 over Carnes. Carter beat Heritage in a kind of wild one, 28-25.
And then I see you finally got the PAL score eventually.
Yes.
35-28.
Yep. I think that was one of the
42.
That was one of the last ones we were waiting on that hadn't came in.
Yeah, it was a great game. There's a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. There's some beef on both lines on both of those teams. Central there's a big difference in the top 1 and 2 in 5A and everybody else. And
is this the first time you've seen PAL this year?
I feel like I was thinking about that. No, first time I've seen them. Yeah, I guess it is the first time I've seen PAL this year. I mean, they look like PAL in the past. I mean, they got a half a ton on the offensive line, but the road graders. I mean, I didn't see anything out of PAL that I hadn't seen in the last few years. I don't mean that to be disrespectful. This is what I come to expect from them. I mean, I think I said it earlier in the season, with West out of the way, it's them and Sevier County in 5A. And you said something about the playoffs changing. I got to look into that too, because I haven't seen that yet. I remembered it once you said it, but I had forgotten about that, about moving the round 2 and 3 games around a little bit.
Yeah, I remember when they passed the rule or whatever, but I can't remember how it works. But if Logan calls in, I guarantee he's going to remember how it works out. And we'll ask him.
You talk about Kingston and Austin East. That may be longer than you think it was, because I know about 20 years ago, Kingston, AE, Fulton, Lenore City, Anderson County, Scott County were all in 4A, Region 2, maybe 3A. I don't remember if AC played. Yeah, AC did play 3A back then.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's been 3A. I don't think Kingston's ever been in 4A. Yeah. So yeah, they all been together for a while. Or Kingston AE have been together for a while.
I'm glad to hear that was a good game up there in Oliver Springs. That was my second game on my list tonight. And I couldn't pass up finally getting to see PAL, especially with Central coming to town. And I knew that was going to be a pretty good game, and it did not disappoint. It was. I don't want to steal Logan's thunder. I'm sure he will call in. It was a offensive explosion. There was a lot of long plays, not a whole lot of defense. Some really unprofessional. I don't know what the word. Unsportsmanlike fans on on the central side. It was a hold. If it comes up, it was a hold. Central got called for a hold on a touchdown, and it was there. Was there all game? Yeah, it was a little chippy, but it was a well played game. Central lost that game on other plays, not just that. I don't know what Deuce's yards were, but he had to be over 100 on the ground. He had one for 50. Might have had two for 50 alone, but I'm not positive. I'll let Logan tell you about that. Haven't got a chance to look at week 6 at all. Anything standing out to you guys for next week?
Bubba, did you look at some of that earlier?
I did look at a couple, but the games that I picked, maybe you might not be interested in.
Well, let's hear it. What is it?
Cherokee playing Greenville next week.
Yeah, we're not interested in that.
We got South Alcoa.
Bloodbath.
Yeah, I mean, South Dole 76-0 tonight over Union County, which Union County not that great, but still put up 76 with a running clock going on for probably most of the game.
Yeah.
Hardin Valley Farragut, Halls Carnes.
Hardin Valley Farragut will be because Farragut beat Bearden tonight, right?
They did.
So those two are going to compete for that 4th spot.
I hate to tell you, but that's not true.
That's not true?
That's not true.
What's not true?
That either of them has a chance at the playoff. You know who's going to get that spot?
Is it winless Cleveland?
It's Hardin Valley.
Okay. Well, that's what we just said. I mean, Hardin Valley is one of the two teams we were talking about, Hardin Valley and Farragut.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said Farragut and Bearden. I apologize. I was
no. We was talking about Hardin Valley and Farragut. One of those would be that 4th team.
I think one of them could possibly be the 3rd. There's a little bit of room for both, depending on what Cleveland does.
I don't think it's the 3rd. I mean, Bradley Central will have to fall apart to get the 3rd.
I think overall, I think if region records are tied, I think we go to overall, and I think Hardin Valley would have the advantage over Farragut on that. Don't quote me on that, but I believe the first tiebreaker is overall.
Well, would the first tiebreaker be head-to-head?
Yeah, it could be. Should be.
Yeah. It should be.
Should be, but if you have three pair tied, I don't know. It's going to work out. I'll get out of here quickly here. Just a second. The caller before me giving the love to Oak Ridge. It's always good to hear that I'm not the only crazy one on the planet.
No, you both are crazy.
Okay.
So, I mean, Bubba thinks they're going to give Maryville a run for their money too in week 10.
Yeah. I think Maryville's going to overlook them. I really do. I think they're going to be surprised.
That'd be one you have to get there about 3:30 for to get in.
And you said Harbin did not win again?
Harbin did not win. They went down they played Midway, homecoming, and got beat. So,
and Grace, and then I'll get out of here. You got a great score for me?
Grace lost to a team, the Ambassador something over in North Carolina. So they traveled tonight to out of state. So who knows what that team is, but they got beat. Their first loss.
Sure, that was the way.
Huh?
Are you sure that was there? I thought that was here.
It might be here. I don't know. But they did lose to that team from North Carolina.
Okay.
CAK put it on Webb also.
Yeah, that's a little asterisk in the standings. It doesn't count for much. So, no, not a big deal. CAK did beat Webb. That surprises me. I thought Webb would get their win this year on that one.
Yeah. So,
look for the rest of the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Westchester. See you, man. As always, the great Westchester calling in with his review. I don't know where Logan's at. I've texted Logan. He might be eating cookies or something. But we're going to take our last break, come back, wrap it up, talk to Tennessee for a second. 865-966-3435. We'll see you.
Sleep inside. I only want to see the light that shines behind your eyes.
What's the difference between an ordinary EV and a Mercedes-Benz EV? The feeling. Electric is what gets you there. Mercedes-Benz is what moves you in ways no other automaker can. Feel the freedom of the superbly versatile 7-seater EQB. Revel in the inspired, customizable comfort of the EQE sedan. Sense the brilliant intelligence of the EQE SUV. Discover the boundless capability of the EQS SUV. And luxuriate in the flagship meets spaceship magnificence of the EQS sedan. Every Mercedes-Benz electric vehicle offers the very latest MBUX voice-activated AI software, as well as remote access to a whole host of functions via the Mercedes Me Connect app. The vehicle's electric, the feeling all Mercedes, the choice all yours. Test drive a Mercedes-Benz electric today at your local dealer or learn more at mbusa.com/EQ.
Are you ready to show off that confident, radiant smile you've always dreamed of? Well, here at Knoxville Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Whether you're heading to work, taking the kids to school, or planning your next road trip, your car needs to be ready for the ride. Hi, I'm Russell Smith, and I've been a customer at Matlock Tire and Auto Service for about as long as I've been driving. For me, it all comes down to trust. Look, I'm not a car guy, and I just don't want to get taken advantage of on car maintenance costs. Matlock Tire Service is a family-owned and operated business, and they wouldn't have made it this long if they hadn't been providing trustworthy service you can depend on. They're the home of the price match guarantee, which means you can bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. I've bought a lot of tires at Matlock over the years, and I always go there for my oil changes. You should too. They've got locations in Farragut, Hardin Valley, Lenoir City, Maryville, and Athens. Visit their website, matlocktireservice.com, to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment. Tell them Fanrun Radio sent you. Honest service, quality work, dependable care, Matlock Tire and Auto Service.
Welcome back into the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show, live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Right, last segment, Bubba. Gonna put a bow on week 6 of the high school football season. Looking ahead to next week, you got 3 Thursday night games in the region, or not in the region, but in the area. A region game: Gibbs going to Anderson County. Gibbs 4-2, Anderson County 4-1. Gibbs, both of their losses are in the region, so really need to upset to get up to that 3rd and 4th spot in the playoffs. William Blount going to Heritage. Josh and Caleb will be there, I'm sure. Brainerd going to Meigs County. That's all the 3. That's pretty good slate for Thursday night, I feel like, next week. And then you got the Friday night games.
Can't believe you're going to skip Westridge at Mo West.
I didn't want to say that one for some reason. I don't know. I was going to skip it, though, for sure. I'm glad you gave them their flowers, though.
We also have South Carolina's School for the Deaf facing the Tennessee School of the Deaf.
The who? The who? TSD versus who?
South Carolina's School of the Deaf.
Best of luck to our boys in orange. Hardin Valley versus Farragut. On paper, not the biggest game, but a pretty important matchup for playoff standings in 6A Region 2. Powell hosting Campbell County. Looking at Powell's schedule earlier when Westchester was talking, Powell on the road to 10-0. They've got one difficult game left with Jefferson County in 2 weeks. Other than that, they've got Campbell County, Clinton, and West combined 2 wins, I think, between those 3 teams.
Jefferson County has a pretty tough game next week, too, against Dobbins Bennett.
Kingsport's always a good team. Clinton 1-4 versus West 1-4. I mean, some of these records just you see by these teams just weird. Seeing West 1-4, Bearden 0-5, all that. So Logan might be drunk. He's calling my phone. I don't know. Now I think he's calling the right phone. So I'm telling you,
You could probably just do it on speakerphone and hold it to the mic.
I could have. He's probably eating too many cookies. So about to get the PowerPoint. Didn't you have some question to ask him? Also, Logan, you here, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right. What was the Bubba's torn up? Did y'all have a late start or something?
Yes.
Was there a reason?
7:30. Actually, funny you ask, because it didn't involve like weather or anything like that, obviously. And I actually do not know, because I know some official listings had us at 7. I even thought that coming into the day, and I found out this morning it's actually 7:30. So I don't know what was behind the 7:30 start, but hey, it's maybe it's good luck, good fortune. Panthers come away with a victory.
I feel like the 7:30 start's not that odd of a thing, because when I was at the house earlier in the night watching Oneida and Cofield, that was a 7:30 start. Harriman, I mean,
Yeah.
it must be just a Knox County thing being a 7 o'clock start. I'm not sure, but I mean, I feel like outside of the county, there are several 7:30 game times. So Westchester called in, talked about Deuce going down. Was there anything to that, or just?
And are you talking about the end zone score?
He just said something about Deuce getting hurt, maybe a low blow involved.
Yeah. So the one he's referencing, I don't think there was anything. I mean, it's one of those deals, if you catch my drift, that is, kind of pain shocking at the moment, but can recover, from after some time. But no, he did come out a couple of times. So, obviously, I mean, the guy's, not going to shy away from contact and all season. I mean, he missed the Farragut game, right, early on in the season. So, possibly some nagging stuff just overall. But, man, it was just, there was one deal there where I thought he was going to have to come out for a possession, just the way he went down. But he didn't. Hollowell just came in for a few plays here and there, but it was 90% Deuce Rogers. And really on the night total, I mean, he had his hand in all the touchdowns. 4 rushing, 2 through the air. Offensively, it was a heavy dose of Rogers and Zy Jackson. I mean, I think Matt Lowe just said, hey, you can't contain these guys. I'm going to keep it simple, and Rogers is going to run all over you. And then when we do get some clearance in the passing game, Zy Jackson can get behind defenders, go across the middle. They found him too. He hauled in 2 of Deuce's receiving touchdowns.
Looking at their schedule, they've got Jefferson County a couple weeks, but other than that, you got West, Campbell County, and Clinton. So schedule's in their favor. They went through the rough part. They're eyeing at least a 9-1, maybe a 10-0 season. Saying that to get to this, Westchester brought it up. I thought about it. What's that playoff? What's the changes in the playoff system? Because isn't it like the round 2, they're going a different direction now, or because they passed something this offseason? Do you remember how that works?
For this season, I'm not quite sure. I know that obviously it's, top 4 of the 8, Region 2 5A now has 8, and it's going to be 4 out of 8 instead of 4 out of 5. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, so Region 2 had, Region 2, I think, had the upper hand in hosting a semifinal last year. So I think it would flip back to the opposite.
Yeah, you're talking about home field advantage in the first round and all that, but they've passed something, I thought, during the offseason where it's changing the matchups around somehow. I thought we were going the different direction. Instead of going like to Upper East Tennessee, you're going towards the west to Middle Tennessee area. I'm trying to find it now because I can't remember exactly how what the rule change was. Do you remember anything about this, or am I just imagining this?
No, not offhand. But yeah, it's something to look into. I mean, it's approaching us quickly. I mean, I can't believe we're past the halfway mark. But yeah, that's going to be something to measure and something that's going to be important, because when you're looking at, what Sevier County did last night, and let's face it, I mean, you talked about it, nothing against the teams that they faced and nothing against them. You can't control who you got it set out to play, but last night was Sevier County's first big test. I mean, that was a huge step up in class. And when you're talking about, having to face them down the road potentially, that's kind of a pivotal thing right there, whether it's, home field advantage or not. We all know how it played out last year. And if these two heads collide in the playoffs, Panthers going to be looking to redeem themselves.
Yeah. Not to glaze over that, but I found what I was looking for. So the first and fourth place team will stay in the same pod. The second and third place team will be moved to a different pod, which will incorporate teams in Region 3 and Region 4.
Okay.
So I'm still trying to figure out how that works. Based on results from 2024, the second round pairings. So this would have had Maryville playing Mountain Juliet last year in the second round.
Okay.
And Bearden playing Blackman. So second round, you're gonna have somebody here playing somebody in Middle Tennessee. So it will definitely be a lot different in the second round this year, if you're a second or third place team.
Right.
Well, regardless, I mean, it'd be for everybody then by the second round. So either way, that's something we need to look at, because that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is. And I know, like, you mentioned kind of having to go out to Region 3. Have y'all talked about Walker Valley any? That's a team that's always in the hunt, and, them and McMinn, and, I don't have a pulse on what they're doing at this point in the season.
I think they won tonight. So I did see that. We haven't really seen a lot of them.
Yeah,
this year talked about them, but it's about time to start talking about them, because we're 4 weeks away from playoffs, so it's coming up. So, but definitely, I need to look at this playoff thing, because that's intriguing. Now that I look into it, seeing these second round matchups against these Middle Tennessee teams for our teams in the area. So, anything else stand out tonight in the area that you saw?
Man, the one score that sticks out to me obviously affects this region. 2-5, the Halls and West game. I felt like it was going to be a one-score game. This is two desperate teams, right? I don't know any of the, how things unfolded. I just saw the final score. I feel like my prediction going in was that the difference was going to be quarterback play, because this region has fantastic quarterback play. Two of the best were here tonight in Deuce Rogers and Caden Long from Central. But you got Amari Lethgo there, a veteran quarterback with a lot of experience, a lot of ability. I feel like going in, he would make the difference. How did that shake out?
Go ahead, Bubba. Bubba lean in and say something.
We saw Halls get the win in overtime. I don't know if it was off of a hook and ladder.
Oh, wow. Wow.
But they did run a hook and ladder at some point throughout the game.
All right, Logan. We got to run out of here. We're up against it. We do appreciate you calling in on the late night start from over there. Hopefully we can get you in a little bit earlier next week.
Yeah.
Give us one cookie. Give us one cookie for the week.
Confetti cake. That's enough said.
God, that's what you pick every time.
Confetti cake cookie.
Confetti cake cookie. All right, Logan, we appreciate you.
Walker Valley plays East Hamilton next week.
Thank you, fellas.
See you. East Hamilton unbeaten, according to Brucey. Only team to beat Meigs County this year. For Bubba, for myself, for Oz behind the production curtain tonight, this is the SM Athletics Scoreboard Show, Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Join us next week. We'll be here at 9:30 again. We'll see if we can get a full crew in here again. Go Vols.
The voluntary reaction. This football season, tune into Big Orange Country's post-game radio free-for-all, The Voluntary Reaction, presented by the Griffin Law Firm. We'll be live on the Fanrun radio app as soon as every UT game is over, taking your calls and breaking down the game to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific. So tune in and drink with us from the keg of glory or drown in the pool of despair. The Voluntary Reaction on Fanrun Radio.
The Voluntary Reaction. Raw, unfiltered, real. You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fanrun Radio.
One of the truly great headlines I have ever seen. I was like, wow, that is so sublime. It is so great.
All right,
yes, the Green Bay Dallas, especially like